So, first things first, we gotta realize how we protect it, okay? So, in this case, we run in Iowa, trips left Iowa. We want to be able to throw this side. We got our back opposite of the trips formation, okay? So, unless this safety comes out of the sky, if he comes out of the sky, we know right now we got something going on over here where we're gonna either have one of these two coming, all right? Because he would have to show the cover. He's over the top of the trips, and these guys are all level, which either gives me an idea that they're either running man-free, okay? Or they could possibly jump off into 3, okay? They can run to a cover 3. But first things first, we wanna make sure that we're protected. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to identify the mic, okay? And you're gonna point the center in that direction. So let's say mic is 54, okay? Which will tell the center that him and the guard are gonna take proper steps to take these two to him, which will leave the end for the tackle, the 3 technique for the guard, the tackle for the end, and gives this back a read off of that outside backer. So that will protect us to this side. Your front side at that point in time is where you're gonna look to make sure that this guy doesn't disappear. If he disappears, that means he's coming. You gotta throw the slant right now to the H. Does that make sense? All right. If you wanna go the opposite way with that, because the one technique is to your right. Okay, and he's splitting the difference in the box, which gives us the indication that he is responsible for this guy in a man-free formation, man-free coverage, okay? You can flip your back this side, and you could send the center, again, mic is 54, the center and the guard could take the 3 technique to the mic, all right? Which will put the end one-on-one, the guard one-on-one with the tackle, and the end one-on-one with the tackle, okay? Now, this is the guy that you need to be worried about. If he disappears, you gotta throw hot off of him now, okay? So let's go back to the original scenario where you sent the protection to your left, all right? So you told your center you want him to look left. Just for better purposes, I'm gonna put him in the one on the left side, okay? All right, so Iowa, we're gonna take center and guard is going to combo to the middle backer, okay? So these two have these two, end head up, guard set up, end set up. Your back has the Sam if he blitzes. So in that case, you're absolutely protected from the front, from the back side, okay? You really have no real threat from the front side unless it's the wheel backer, and the safety is gonna show you that, okay? So if we were to run Iowa, we have slant, so he's gonna get 6 yards, break at a 45-degree angle, that reception point is 12 yards, okay? He's gonna get an outside stem, leverage, break at 12 yards on a 45-degree angle to the pylon, front pylon or back pylon, depending on where we are on the field. okay? And now the H is gonna run an arrow. So from the snap of the ball, you're gonna take a quick three. So that's a big one step and two quick, okay? One step and two quick. During that time, you wanna pick up, actually, you wanna pick up your flat defender. What does he do? Okay? Does he turn wall off and run? If he turns walls off and run, you know right now he's in man, okay? But let's say for this purposes, he's in zone. So he backs to the flat, curl the flat, right? And that's his coverage area, okay? If he backs straight up right now, you know right now you're coming to the arrow, okay? If he closes and chases the arrow, all right, you throw the slant right behind him. All right, so it's an easy 1-2 read. So it's really 1 to 2, but depending on what this flat defender does, it could change from 1 to 2. All right, and that's how you know you can get rid of the ball quick. Okay, that's how you know that you need to get rid of the ball quick, because basically you only reading one guy in that progression. Okay, let's go back now. Let's show it out of a cover 3 look, a hard cover 3 look. Okay. So if we go a hard cover 3, just a straight cover 3, no indication that they're gonna run man. This is H, this is Y, this is X. Again, I want to know where I'm protected. So Mike is 54. That means center and guard are going to take him and him. So those two are responsible to pick those up. One-on-one, one-on-one. Back is here. If he has nothing, he checks down, right? Right? You got to go on the backside, which is pretty much dead in the cover 3 because he's going to get off, which will make the Z come back, run a comeback at 12 to 15 yards, at 15 to 12, back to 12, right? So if you get in trouble, yes, you could come back here and you got one-on-one coverage, but that's a late throw. That's after I went through this progression and I don't have it. Now I'm looking for him late, okay? So you got the slant. You got the corner, which is gonna wall off this guy because he's gotta collision him and widen him to bring him to the corner. You can't let him run straight up the seam, okay? So again, if he gets depth, you hit the flat right now. So you hit the flat right now if he gets depth. If he closes on the flat, then you throw the slant right behind him in the gap. It's really easy, okay? If it's man, what you see versus 3 is easy because you know right now cover 3, the defense is weak where?
Flat.
In the flat, right? So they're gonna give you the flat play. So you just take your quick 3 and throw. There's no reason to wait for it, okay? Now, if you get fooled and they wind up in man, he turns and runs with him, he's gonna close. Again, he's gonna try to close and run with the arrow now right off of his back. So basically from here, once he comes down and he starts to run to chase that, you wanna throw the slant right off of his back, okay? Still within the same quick 3 progression. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Quarters, same difference. If they were to go quarters, that exposes them a little bit more simply because What that does now, that makes this weak linebacker have to cover hook the curl and then all of the flat. He can't be right. He can't be right. You're only throwing that ball off of him. Okay? All right, pause.